Hello guys, this is Pap from Pap back at it again, and today we have finally, this is the day, NEOS Fusion is free, and of course I couldn't bring any other videos that was not this one. But before jumping right into it guys, just a quick reminder, if you enjoy the content, please leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it and it really helps me a lot. Let's jump right into it. So I'm here with Yubel, and this is the maximum consistency you can ever have in attack. So this build is the one you need to use if you wanna almost guaranteed Kluger on the field on your first turn. It's either your turn 1 or turn 2, you wanna have this guy on the field, then this is the best build you can go with. So you could see some replays where I actually played Grand Mole, so these two right here plus the Grand NEOS, but I've decided to cut that out because you know you really do not want to have that much of you really do not want to have this guy, because as you will play it, you know that this is your starting card. In every starting hand, NEOS Wiseman is always going to be there. You want to reduce the number of course, part. Actually, I don't know what's the name we call those. Can't remember, but still, you want to have those cards that alone in your hand. You do not want to increase the number of cards you do not want to see in your starting hand. And we're already playing the Lazuli. So if I get to choose, actually I want Lazuli, so that if I start with NEOS Fusion, I can decide to go either Kluger or actually Brave NEOS plus Super Poly, because of course if I send this to the graveyard, the Lazuli will bring back the NEOS to my hand so that I can summon it and set my Super Poly. So it depends of course on what you're on the deck you're facing, right? So that's why, because we have so much power in terms of Kluger and of course Wiseman, and so much consistency in bringing them out, I'm just focusing on the back rows. That's the main issue right there, and that's why we're playing triple MST. You can play the Cosmic Cyclone, you can play the Forbidden Lance if you want as well, it's the same. I just went with Typhoon just because, you know, it's the classic one, but it does not matter. You can play Forbidden Lance, Cosmic Cyclone, it's fine anyway. For the last limited tree, I decided to play Lost Wind. It's non-mandatory, but if you have it, I think it's one of the best ones to play. This because it's literally one card double use because of its effect of being reset back on the field when your opponent summons a monster from the extra deck. And the other thing is that this can target the you can use this instead of Book of Moon. On the contrary, compared to Book of Moon, these can be used on Link as well, so lovely. And yeah, if this is the only card you can discard with the effect of Keeper to grab your NEOS Fusion, that is not that much of a problem, because this, as I told you before, comes back when your opponent special summon the monsters from the extra deck, so that's really nice to use in my opinion. I'm playing the Miracle Fusion because of course I wanted to play the Classic Spies, and I need to do it because I want to be able to summon Grand Merge plus Contrast. Then we have Escuridao, The Shining, and Gaia as your target for Super Poly. And yeah, that's it. Keeper really adds that insane consistency to this deck. You have a almost guaranteed Kluger on the field with this. Literally, and Kluger and Keeper just gives you that extra special summon if you open Keeper plus any of Yubel plus Elemental Hero NEOS. It's not only the special summon that matters, but moreover the fact that it summons those boys flip down in face down defense position, so when you will be next turn you can just flip them up and activate the effect. So this forces your opponent to try to get rid of the face downs as well in order to not give you more search. So I really think this is very nice. totally cock-worthy. Expect this to be the next tier 1 in my opinion, because I'm playing this, but keep in mind that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 cards can be literally wherever you want, any tech card that can adjust to the meta. Another important thing to conclude this is that this has actually a weak point. The weak point is actually a bad matchup, and the bad matchup is Tanny. If you face Tanny going second, with the triple Typhoon, you can't do that much. So the only deck that can easily deal with this is Tanny right now, going second. And yeah, they can easily handle it with the Debuxia summon and the Vishuda's effect, so that's a problem of course. So if you happen to face a lot of Tannies, you can just remove the MST and play more of back row like Warning Point or anything. Actually you could be Effect Vader as well, or Lancia, or Transmigration of Prophecy, one of the ones that I love the most. This one is one of the cards that I love the most. I love this because you can recycle your own Super Poly, and you can add it back the next turn if you summon a NEOS, so that's why I love it. And yeah, keep in mind that, guys, that's a new era. I guess until February that we'll have another KC Cup. This is going to be tier 1, probably compared to Tanny. I mean, this will push Tanny through tier 1 as well, because to handle this you need Tanny. There's no other way to do this, guys. Anyway, that was all for the explanation. Let's jump right into the replays, showcasing the power of the deck and some opponents that do not read Wiseman and the Ultimate Nightmare. Let's go. Here we go, my boys. First replay. Keep in mind these are all taken from the King of Games rank. Tomorrow there's gonna be a reset, but we have this for now. So as I told you during the deck list breakdown, I hope you heard all of that. I was playing Grand Mole in the beginning, but then I decided to cut it out. So we have classic start here to start with. The Yubel, of course, going all the way to Ultimate Nightmare. We do have the NEOS, so we actually can use Miracle Contact in order to sit on Kluger plus Nightmare. We have the Typhoon, so we're chilling. Let's see what this guy has. Cosmic Cyclone on my Typhoon, but that's fine. Look at this. This was a crazy deck, guys, to be honest. We have Orchestra plus, Machina Fortress. He went with the big guy, taking care of my Ultimate Nightmare, then using the big guy that can't attack to summon Galatea. It also perfect hand actually to begin with. Then the Orchestrated Return, using it to draw a couple of cards. Then of course that were dealings with what? Skeleton to the Grave, summoning Galatea back. Of course, on top of it is going to summon the Dingirsu, sending the Kluger to the graveyard. But of course, the Wiseman is coming. He attacked with that. Nothing's gonna happen there because I can't take damage. I mean, I'm gonna take that. Actually, he can't be destroyed, but I can take damage. But still not enough. And at this point, he has already lost. He's got nothing to interrupt me right here, so I can just attack all the way into the Dingirsu, going with this Ace Keeper. Look at how much stuff can I do here. NEOS Fusion. I also have a body sat on the field, just attacking with the Wiseman's effect. I already have lethal. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Second duel, third win in a row. We have yugioh. This was interesting. We have Super Poly to start with. This actually was a Phantom Knight plus Burning Abyss. So I'm gonna speed things up. He's gonna do a bunch of stuff right there, plus ending of course on a Beatrice plus Dante, and he also has a lot of stuff in his graveyard here. Top deck draw NEOS to begin with, Beatrice to banish that, but guess what, I just waited for him to target my NEOS to activate Super Poly, but Super Poly was needed just to get rid of Beatrice without triggering her effect to bring it back, to bring it out basically Virgil. So Dante here into the graveyard to recycle the Farfa, but then we have Eternal Bond to get the Miracle Contact, so we have Miracle Contact to go into Kluger, of course. We also have the Lost Wind, so we're chilling, attacking at this point. Unfortunately, we do not have Lethal. It's got a couple of effects there to basically recycle Sir and still recycle Dante, but we don't care, we can still clear the field in the end thanks to the Shining. More recycling there. Let's see what he has now. This is gonna be tough. He's got Leverage to begin with, a couple of level 3s, very easy to achieve with Burning Abyss, with Farfa being there. Then he's got the Break Sword to begin with. He wants to pop, of course, itself and something else. He went with its effect. Lost Wind was kinda needed here, so I had to pop it to use it. Negating, so no effect in the graveyard, actually no resummoning. That was nice. Second Break Sword though, so it's not done yet. Second Break Sword effect again, popping both. As you can see, he summoned the Break Sword, but I didn't use the effect of the Lost Wind because otherwise I knew he would have targeted the Lost Wind. That's why I stayed there. And yeah, what's happening here is that Kluger, of course, is going to bring out the Wise Man that is chilling because he can't be destroyed by card effects. It's got 2 level 4s, Dark Rebellion exceeds Dragon, hits the field. And now Lost Wind comes there. It's got the effect to suck up the attack. It's not done. Phantom Knight's Wing had it to hand and set it. Set monster, but yeah, it's already lost. You know why? I don't know why people forget. I mean, he didn't even wait for my turn. He just attacked with Dark Rebellion, popping the Wise Man. That inflicts damage even if he gets destroyed. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Here we go, my boys. This was the third duel, and we have Tia. So this was, I think, a Dark Magician. So one of the case when you want to have the Typhoon instead of the Lance, but still it depends a lot of what does the ladder look like in your ladder. How does your ladder look like? Of course, it's got the rod, grabbing. He already's got the navigation to his end, and he's got the Eternal Soul as well. So he's got everything. We started with the Yubel, but we're chilling because eventually we can just use the Typhoon on the circle. So that's why we're really chilling. Eternal Bond there. We got, of course, the Ultimate Nightmare all the way till Ultimate Nightmare. And yeah, we grabbed Miracle Contact to go all the way into Kluger, but we're not done yet. We can just go NEOS Fusion into another Kluger. Started attacking with the Nightmare inflicting damage, then going all in, but it's got the navigation, of course. First thing first, to summon a couple of boys, using the circle to banish one of my Klugers, actually the one that needs to attack. Guess what? Typhoon to pop it straight away, because now I do not want my Kluger to be banished, because I have used NEOS Fusion, so I cannot special summon Wiseman, because NEOS Fusion, of course, locks me into no more special summons. Keep in mind that. So at this point, it's got the Art of Dark Magician. We don't care. Kluger inflicting some damage to begin with. Eternal Soul to bring out another Dark Magician so he can protect his life points, and still we got some more damage there, and he actually would have lost, but he's got Greed, so he actually injured just because of Greed right there. I didn't expect that to happen. Actually, I didn't pay attention. I didn't read the skill, that the skill was Grit. So it's got Circle again all the way. Look at that. With the rod recycled the previous turn, Circle to banish the Kluger, but guess what? Now the lockdown of NEOS Fusion is no more, so we can just summon NEOS Wiseman. At this point, there's nothing that can happen. I mean, he needs to take care of 3 of these boys. He needs to take care of all of 3. This dude can just attack and finish him with effect damage. That's just insane. So Circle to banish the Wiseman, but guess what? I can just attack with Kluger, and that's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Fourth duel, I thought this was Rocket. Instead, it was something really weird and annoying. And actually here the thing was made by Lost Wind. So we got NEOS Fusion. Actually, another thing, guys, I know this is just one copy, but because the deck thins itself out so quickly, you literally will feel like this is gonna be consistent, as you know, with literally in the 6 NEOS fusion, you're gonna thin out the deck so easily, guys. Trust me, trust me. So it's got just a set monster. This was like already a very weird turn 1 for Rockets, right? So I started to think this was not Rockets, and here's the magic. I can just start on Yubel with the effect of Keeper, then using NEOS Fusion. He went for Warning Point at that point, Typhoon for the other one, and he's got Desert Sunlight, wait what? To flip up his Crawler Receptor, to add the X Crawler, actually the Deus Ex Crawler. I just attacked at this point and he saved himself because Kluger was Warning Pointing. It's got set plus a set monster. Guess what? Typhoon again. It's got the Ice Dragon Prison with the Yubel, actually the worst one. That's why I started with Typhoon and not flipped up this girl. So I'm chilling now. I can use Yubel's effect all the way to get, of course, Ultimate Nightmare eating the field. And guess what? Now I can just attack, but I think I could have played different, probably maybe attacking with the Kluger right here, because now I use the effect of Gliol to summon the X-Crawler. And first misplay, I had to attack Yubel, because actually Yubel has its effect negated because of Ice Dragon Prison, so I could have got rid of that. But I didn't, it just set the monster, Yubel's effect is negated, but this thing here is a guy that when flipped up negates the effect of all other monsters face up, so we have to be careful about that. But guess what, I attacked Lost Wind into the damage calculation, so no negation, and Ultimate Nightmare can just inflict you damage. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Here we go, my boys. This should be the 5th, right? So we have Sourborner. I thought it was Salamangreat, but guess what? It's not Salamangreat. So we got Keeper to begin with, and I could have discarded the Lost Wind, but I didn't feel like it because I thought it was Salamangreat, and I was sure the Lost Wind would have served me twice. So I discarded a NEOS Fusion to get another one. You know, double protection in the graveyard is always appreciated, right? So, NEOS Kluger, Lost Wind, and Mystical Space Typhoon were chilling. It's live twin, so I was happy to actually to have capped the Lost Wind. So, Kill uses his artifact. Guess what? Lost Wind to negate that. But unfortunately, it's got the live twin home, so you can summon another live twin monster anyway to go all the way into Lila. Lila can use artifact to summon the Kill that can use its second effect, of course, of drawing a card. Still though, I got the effect of Lost Wind to be reset back on my field, and then at this point, Keeper of Dragon Magic, and he had no back rows, but look at this, first Entrap effect Veiler, and look at this, he had to waste the effect Veiler on the Keeper because actually it was annoying. Imagine having another Yubel back on the field here. That would have been actually tough to handle, right? So he had to negate that, so now I can just attack as well as with NEOS Kluger plus my Sphere Kuribo. So full of Entrap stays, dude, but I still have a Typhoon here ready. It's got the effect of Lila to pop, and I went with Lost Wind. I didn't want him to pop anything, so I was chilling, but I still can go all the way to Lila, again summoning Kill to get another draw, and he ended up on anything. At this point, Keeper again, but guess what? Another effect Veiler. All the effect Veiler wasted on Keeper. But guess what now? I have Yubel. I can summon her directly from my hand. Of course, the skill to go all the way into Ultimate Nightmare. Plus, guess what? We're getting Miracle Contact here to go into the second Kluger. So look at this board. He just scooped. Of course, there's nothing you can do, my boys. There you go. 6th, Duel against Raidraptors. That was interesting. So it's us to go first, and actually it's him to go first. And he started with the Swallow Nest to go into the Tribute Lanius, Mimicry Lanius. And let's speed things up. Let's see what this guy is ending his board onto. He's got the Raidraptor's Rising skill, so the Barbarian's forced to go onto Ultimate Leo. That was nice. So this dude actually has now a negation plus a 5500 boss to be taken care of. Keep in mind that this at any moment can just negate your effect. So if I attack with Nightmare, I can just negate after I attack, then I get 5500 to the face. I need a NEOS here. I needed NEOS to use Super Poly and basically got rid of the Utopia really quickly, but I didn't get my NEOS, so I had to go with Yubel, going all the way into the Nightmare, and then we got, of course, the Eternal Bond to go with the NEOS. Then we got NEOS Fusion, of course, into the Kluger. And the thing is, I could have attacked with Kluger to make him use its effect, but then I would have lost, literally, because if we cut off this attack, it becomes 1500, but 5500 again, minus 1500 is exactly 4k lethal, so I just had to wait. And in the end phase, he negated the effect of Yubel the Ultimate Nightmare. At this point, he's going all with all this stuff, but we know we have Super Poly. He doesn't know we have Super Poly. He's going all the way into different stuff, but the only thing we need to be care of is actually the Utopia Ray, because this is the only big dude that can usually OTK us, whoever monster he decided to attack. So that's why we needed to. I was just waiting for the proper moment. He went with Raptors Rising again, adding the She-Force paying some life points, actually paying these life points was kind of crucial, so go all the way into the Revolution Falcon. It's not done yet. As soon as that is the field, I went Super Poly. Goodbye Kluger, because he could have just negated it, so you know, Kluger to summon the Shining. Then he went with another rank up Magic Force into Satellite Cannon Falcon 3k. Lenny's effect to special summon itself. At this point, he's just going all in, but guess what? So he's attacking the Nightmare because he can pop it, but when he hits the graveyard, the Ultimate Nightmare has its effect no more negated, and he just loses. I remember this dude actually taunting me and actually joking on me with the dubs, with the chat, of course, and then he lost like this. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Last but not least, sitting on a 7 win streak, a 6 win streak. This was the 7th one. I wanted to show you a mirror match as well, to remember how to play this deck. Because mirror match is gonna be, I think, one of the most matchup the most common matchup you're gonna have. So it's got NEOS to begin with. I guess he didn't have Yubel, of course, because if you have Yubel, always go for Yubel in a mirror match. That's what you want to summon. So we started with Yubel, and he went with Book of Moon straight away. Okay, because we can just use, of course, the skill to grab the NEOS, and I set the Super Poly. So now he can't get rid of this, and we know he has a Super Poly, so in a mirror match you need your opponent to use its Super Poly first. So that's what you have to do. So I start with Yubel again, another Book of Moon, but guess what, I can just use now the Miracle Contact and grab it. So I went with Miracle Contact to summon the Kluger, so I can attack. As soon as I enter the battle phase, he just used Super Poly. He actually did the correct thing by waiting for the battle phase, but now Kluger makes me summon a Wiseman. So we're chilling. His Super Poly is gone, so now we're chilling. We're really chilling. At this point, I can just attack. He's forced to use Bag and Saver, but now he's sitting on that. He drew the Yubel, so actually perfect draw. He can go all the way with this, but now we have Super Poly. So we're just waiting for him to summon Ultimate Nightmare, then of course Miracle Contacting into the NEOS Kluger. And guess what, when he summons those, I can just use Super Poly to summon my Escuridao, and he's going to get the Wiseman as well. So what happens now? Nothing. He just attacks Wiseman. We both lose and gain the same amount of life points, as you can see. So nothing changed basically. And then he attacked to crush that. But now we have the perfect thing. Just Keeper using its effect to grab a NEOS Fusion, and we have lethal. Keeper alone with other card in hand is lethal on any field. And we also have the Miracle Fusion there. We're gonna have some Kluger with Miracle Fusion as well. Don't forget about that. And guys, that's it. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go, guys. That was all. I think this is just the first version, the most consistent version, the maximized consistency here. But we're gonna try different builds as always. We have a full month ahead to reach King of Games within. So we're gonna try different builds with this NEOS Fusion, different hero versions now that NEOS Fusion is free. So stay tuned, this is just the beginning. Hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, see you in the next one.